Well, hello. How are you today? I would like to welcome you. My name is Holly, and this is my channel, Hobbies of Holly. Today is February 14th, and this is episode 27. I'm glad you're here. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. I hope that you'll be back. I hope you'll subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me about yourself. If you're returning, hi friends. Thank you for being back today. I appreciate it. It was feeling like fall in Ohio, and now it's back to summer. I think we have a week of like high 80s. And I was kind of enjoying the fall. Although I have to tell you, I spend a lot of time sitting on my deck that we have shades we can bring down. And I'm ready for summer to be over, but I don't want to give up my deck spot for winter either. So I'm hoping for a nice long fall. How about you? I have things to show you. You want to see? Two things I'm most excited to show you today. The first thing I'll show you is, remember last time I showed you that I was taking Kathy Barrick's From Velvet to Linen to the framer, and I got it back. I took a watercolor we bought on vacation and this piece to a new to me framer. Actually, my friend Cherie told me about them, and it is called Dayton Art Solutions. I have the card right here. I don't know if they ship or not. I'll try to remember to ask that. They do a really nice job. The best part for me right now is a fast turnaround. 2 weeks on both things I've taken. Okay, do you want to see it? I love it a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay, here it is. It's a sunny day, so pardon the glare. Look, I'm so thrilled with it. Kim worked really hard to choose a frame and fillet with me, and we looked at matting, which I thought I wanted, and then it turns out I didn't because we couldn't find a matte color we liked with it. And so this is a burl wood frame, which my friend Sue had suggested. That I think she says that's her favorite, and she used to be a framer, so I take her word on it. But look, oh, I love it, love it, love it. I think I've decided, now that it's here, remember I was going to put it on my Wonderfully Weird wall, which by the way is in the works. My oldest daughter is working on a gallery wall for me right now. But I think I'm going to put this right by my front door, which is right up these steps. There's a perfect little wall for it, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, there's something else I was just going to tell you about it. Oh, I know. So, Kim had asked if I wanted glass or acrylic. And I said, well, does acrylic look plastic? And she said, oh no, I think I have this right. She said that many museums are going to museum quality acrylic because it doesn't retain heat and it's actually more clear see-through than glass. I said, is it cheaper? She said, no. It did turn out to be a few dollars cheaper, but that's what I went with. So it's very lightweight. I know there's a glare on it right now, but I'm in front of two windows and a big sliding door. But I'm really pleased with it. So that's what I did. Here's the back. I'm gonna remember to put my information on the back of it. This is by Kathy Barrick. This was a market release, and it was the first thing I started. It was my most excited market piece. I'll keep showing you while I talk about it. My oldest, again, her name is Alyssa. She is Pop of Color on Instagram. She stopped by yesterday. And I showed her and she was like, thank you, Mom. I was like, no, no, no. And she goes, I want a Post-it note on the back. And that is what my girls always say when there's something they really want in the event of my untimely demise. And so I'm supposed to Post-it note her name on the back of this, which was a really high compliment to me that she liked it that much. Okay, just keep looking. I really love it. Okay, there's that. Okay, again, look at this frame. Isn't that fantastic? Okay. Next up that I'm really excited about. Pretty in Pink by Shakespeare's Peddler. I think this might have been a market release last year. I'm wiggling the table. I hope that doesn't make you guys seasick. Oh, look, that looks like a burl frame too. Oh. Okay, Teresa Vanette came out with this, I believe, market last year, so 2024. And I loved it, but I wasn't inspired to pull the trigger and buy it until Jean Lee from the Attic showed it. And then when I was at the attic in January, I saw Jean's piece and I said, yes, I must have it. So in honor of Jean, I stitched it on 56 count. And are you ready to see it? And I will tell you what it's on. It's on a seraphim. I don't know which seraphim. And I used the attic conversion, but it is finished. And it's finished partly because my friend Kim said she was going to start it and work on it, and so we're sharing pictures back and forth, but I don't even know how I can best show you. Can you see? It's teeny tiny stitches because it's on 56 count, but I am in love with it also, and I think I might have to frame it just like that if I can. It's so skinny. I'm gonna reach out to Kim from Dayton Art Solutions. If I've said Dayton Art Institute, forgive me, because we have a museum called Dayton Art Institute. Dayton Art Solutions is who does the framing. I misspeak a lot. I'm sorry. I'm going to reach out to Kim because I know a lot of places have a minimum on how small they can do a frame. So I'm really hoping that we can frame this. So maybe next time that will be framed. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna take a break and show you my Stitchy project book for this month. I love to decorate kind of in advance sometimes, but this is September. I'm just using pencil and I'm just using washi tape to decorate. Isn't that fun? I made my cover. I don't even remember how. So Kathy, I'm gonna try when you're ready. But what I wanted to tell you about this is that Lori, My Crazy Life, is the one who comes out with this planner. And she very kindly sent me a planner for next year because she knows I love her planner so much. So you can buy her planner at Evertote in Canada, in the UK, the Patchwork Rabbit, in the US, Colorado Cross Stitch, on Etsy, My Crazy Life. My Crazy Life Lori, I think is what she's called. So here's what it looks like. It's already spiral bound. Here's the back if you want to see her information. But things I love about this. Well, here's a nice quote in the beginning. But it's really nice, bright white paper. And I like that a lot. Something I would change if I could is I prefer a Sunday start date over a Monday start date, but my brain's gotten used to it. And then in between months, she has room, sorry, my pages. She has some dotted paper, some lined paper, and then these 3 spots. And I'm gonna confess, I don't use them a lot. Sometimes I make notes with starts and finishes, but not very often because I'm lazy like that. I mostly just use the calendar. This year, I think this is new in the back. I assume this is for Whipco, which I'm tempted to do next year. I've always said I didn't want to, but I might. And then she has pages for whips, new starts, and plans. I have written mine out and then forgotten to keep track of it. That's just how I am. You know, when you have a system, and my system are project cards. That's kind of what I use. And I note all those things in the actual calendar part. Subscriptions and clubs. 2027 that you can make notes for. Some lined pages, all of those. And then she has a section for retreats. And well, here you can see all the things. And then I think that's what the rest of the pages are. Oh, she also has some free designs by designers. Let's see. This one is by Wild Cyrus Naps. Let's see if I can show you that real quick. I probably won't be able to do it very well. Mama Loves You GB has design in here. Cosford Rise. And those are the 3 the 3 that I see. So thank you, Lori, so much. You know I'm going to put it to good use. So, okay, back to my whips. One of my very sweet viewers kindly sent me an email, hobbiesofholly@aol.com, if you need to email me, telling me I had made a mistake. And I appreciate that. Now, if it's already framed, I don't know if I appreciate it as much, although I think I told you this last time that there's a mistake in from velvet to linen, and I went with it. I don't care. I'm mostly a done is better than perfect person, but some mistakes need fixed. This one she caught needs fixed. Okay, this is on Anne Grimshaw 1818. It's an Ackworth Quaker School sampler, and it's by the Scarlet Letter. Here is the chart, and it's a biggie, so it's gonna take me a while. I haven't put a ton of work, although maybe I have. I think it's been 3 weeks since I filmed, so maybe I have. Okay, you wanna see if you can spot it right away, the mistake? I am terrible at detail sometimes. Okay, let me hold this like this. She pointed out that I accidentally filled in this triangle. So I will fix it, but I don't know if I'm gonna stop stitching to fix it right away. So you might have to remind me again if I keep showing it and I haven't fixed it, but I did put some time into this. This is on a giant, I need to cut it down, piece of Lakeside Vintage Buttercream 40 count. And I am using Roxy Floss chalkboard. It is one of my maybe my favorite black floss to use. And I have a dangling thread and probably a needle. Yep, and a needle. But that is Anne Grimshaw and how the progress has happened on her. I have her in a really pretty bag. That's fall-like, isn't it? By Michelle Lee Quilts. Next up, I told you I was going to try to put a strand or two a day in Louisa Collymore. Have I? No. But have I a lot of days? Yes. Okay, so this is a Bristol sampler, and I love Bristol samplers. This is my first and probably my oldest whip, and I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna keep working on it. Let me grab my board here. I have made it across the width and into the second row. I'm using an NPI silk. I can tell you the name if you care, but you probably don't even care. Oh, I really like that red. And I believe that this is a Legacy Fiber Arts, which I also call LFA linen. Let me see if my card is in this bag. I have it in a Stitch Folk bag. And I do have the card. LFA Low Tide, which is my favorite LFA. And I can tell you that the color is 504 Chinese Red Range from NPI. Isn't that pretty? I am a fan of like a, do you call this a more purpley red when it goes toward maroon? I prefer that over a more orange red. So that is Louisa's progress. And then I put a little bit of more work in Stacy Nash Gingerbread House and Sewing Book. This was a release at the Jingle Ball last year. Hey, next weekend is the fall, what's it called? Fall something that is the Lundy Stitches next event. I think you can still sign up. I am signed up. I know I can do Friday. I cannot do Sunday, and Saturday is a maybe, but I'm excited even for a little bit. It's $15. Go to Lundy Stitches for more information. Carrie Tiger Lily is offering a fantastic class. There's a PDF involved and there's a video involved that if you purchase it, she'll send it to you now so you can have your bag made before the class even starts, but it's yours to keep forever, I believe, the PDF and the video. Okay, I digress. Gingerbread House, love, 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 love it. Last year, I stitched the front of the house pretty quickly, and then as I sometimes do, I said, that's enough. But I showed it to you all. Here's the front of the house. And you said, stitch the rest of it, Holly. Don't these kind of look like eyelashes? So, my friend Merritt, Sew Just Because, on Flosstube and on Instagram, is also working on the back. She's probably finished by now. So I made a little bit more progress. Can I show you something and you tell me if you like it or not? Okay, can you see, maybe, this right here? I just did basically a tent stitch, and as I got all the way over, I thought, you know, I kind of like that without the full cross because it almost looks like, you know how a fireplace has details in it? So I'm thinking about leaving that. Can you see it? So that is how that is coming, which I will have this finished by Christmas. Let's see how far that means I've come. I still have to do, okay, so I have this part finished. So I'm working my way up. Missy, I'm gonna need you to send me a picture again of the top of yours that does not have mice on it. Does it just have spools? Okay, anyway, I'm excited. And I got a little bit of work on that done. It is in a bag made by me. I made a twinsy for my best friend, Tam, a long time ago. Probably, maybe when I first got back to cross stitching, I don't know. Okay, that is what I've been working on, which doesn't feel like very much, but it has been a lot. Finishing Pretty in Pink has really been a focus because once I got going, oh, you know what? Let me grab it again to show you. I'm gonna show you how much I did. And on 56 count, it was a lot. I believe I was only to here the last time I showed it, which was just a month ago in my whip parade. Excuse all those. So I really put a lot of time in that. That's my excuse of why I don't have more progress. And then my plans, I have my whole pile of whips here beside me. After my whip parade, I had pulled out a pile that I really wanted to get some work into. And so I got to finish since then. So that feels good. And I made some progress, but I have a basket of the ones I showed last time I filmed that I had worked on. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I haven't touched yet. So I think my goal is going to be pick those up and touch those. I'm going to show you some of them because what I'm finding is you guys are inspiring me when you message me on Instagram or down below or email me and say, hey, I'm working on that. Should we work on it for a few days? So I'm going to show you some of them. I'll just show you the charts and you tell me if you're working on it and maybe if you want to work on it a few days because I'll do it. A French Rosé by Marie Valette. I just saw Sarah Stitchy Spot is working on this and that made me want to get it out. So if you want to work on that, just tell me and I will. I'm very easily influenced. I'm also dying to start something new since I have a finish, but I'm trying not to let myself. Okay, I really want to put some time into Mini Mansions by Annie B's. Sorry, my brain blanked for a minute. So if you're working on that and you want to stitch it with me, just tell me. Oh, and I love this. And I haven't put any time in it for a while, but my specialty stitches a la 1838. Karen, are you working on this? Sean, are you working on this? I'd like to put some time in that. Okay, it fell out of my folder, so I'm just gonna show it to you. I need to get working on that. Shelly, Carrie, Jen, and Lisa. If anybody is working on Be a Friend by Nita Work Press, I would like to put some time into that. Okay, whether you're not working on it or not, I want to work on it. So this is my goal. Roses for Ruby. I know that's what's in here by the Scarlet House. Because, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I finished this by Ruby's birthday next month, but clearly I will not. But I'd like to put some time in that. And I'm using Belsois on it. That's a hope to get to. Oh, Quaker Sampler by Kathy Barrick. I love Kathy Barrick. I would like to put some time in this. However, this is on 5662 and my eyeballs are mad after working on Pretty in Pink. So I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the I need to get to it pile. But these are the things in my pile that I would like to be stitching on. So if you're stitching on those too, let me know. Sorry, I have hair bothering me. What else? to show you, oh, some other things I'm working on that are not necessarily cross stitch. I virtually attended, okay, we must fix, I think I found it. Now I'm good. I virtually attended a French general class, and it was held in France because they spend the summer in France. It was such a fun class. It was 3 different days of Zoom, and we are working on this linen bag, and I cut out and put these things on it. Since I've shown it, I did these circles with the apple pop, and now I'm on what feels like the tedious part of the embroidery. I don't feel confident in my embroidery, and I think I'll get better as I go, but I can feel where I've done. So I have this in my cabinet upstairs that I would like to work on just as I get free time. Did anybody else take this class? I really want to get it finished, but that's going to require putting time in it, so I must do that. Maybe today. I don't have any knit or crochet finishes, but I do have some projects to show you. Okay, this pair of socks. Where's my cuff? Okay, here's the band. Nope, that's not it. I can't think of who the yarn is by. Carrie, help me. It's the self-striping yarn. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure it out and I'll link it down below. But I'm working on these socks, and it's a holiday self-striping, and I really like it. I think what I like about it is it came in 2 separate skeins, so you have a skein for each sock. So I actually started both because I want to do the diamond heel, and I always have to re-look up how to do it. So I thought I might as well get both of them ready for the heel, and that way I can do one right after the other to get it done. Man, is it Nomadic Yarns? I'm gonna have to look it up. I will, I promise. My no frill sweater that I've been working on since spring is really getting close. I'm on the ribbing, and then I have to go back and do the sleeves. But I think I'm gonna have it done for sweater weather. I am using a Legacy Fiber Art Lavender Fields Cozy Toes base and holding it double with mohair. And I love this. I'm gonna have to for sure cast on another sweater once I get this finished because I'm really excited about having some hand knit sweaters. Okay, the other yarny thing I'm doing, oh, 2 more yarny things. This one's on top, so I'm gonna show it to you first. So I am working on a crochet along that Sue and Rachel from Treehouse Fiber Arts and Legacy Fiber Arts, they have a floss tube together called Floss Toss, and their last video, they talked about this. It's by Little Woolly Makes Crochet Log Cabin Squares. Let's say that again. Little Woolly Makes Crochet Log Cabin Squares. My pattern, it's a free pattern. Mine didn't completely print, but this is what I have done. Look at this pile. I think I have 29, and I have about 5 more that I'm blocking right now. I'm really enjoying crocheting. It's a little bit more mindless, although I have to watch it, so what I'm doing, I can't like read and do it at the same time, but I'm really enjoying it. Here are some of my combinations. I've probably shown them to you before. Oops, I got a yarn I gotta cut off. But I feel like I'm getting really close to being able to start assembling it. Look how many. I'm gonna do mine 7 across because the pattern doesn't call for it, but I decided mine needed a border. So mine are a little bit larger, and I'm assuming I'm gonna do it 7 high if I want it to be square. Maybe I'll do it 8 high if I want it to be rectangle. So I'm still working on that. And I'm still working on this. I love it so much. I keep it in this Longaberger basket. The 100 Acre Blanket, and it's by Kay Jones of Bakery Bears. This was in her Patreon. Let's see if you can see it. We love Winnie the Pooh. Love, love, love. In fact, I think, you know my retreat basket? I was thinking the other day, I think I want to have a Winnie the Pooh theme. I don't know what I could do for it yet, but I think I would like to theme it for Winnie the Pooh for a little while. But okay, I need to weave in, but look. Isn't it fun? So it's coming. I try to put a square or two in every day or two, and they still take me about 45 minutes, and I'm still learning so much when I'm joining that next square, but it really makes me happy. And I think this will be for Graham, or maybe Gigi and Graham to snuggle, because he loves Winnie the Pooh too. So that's what I'm working on. Okay, those are all the things I have been working on. I haven't shopped very much in the past few weeks, which is probably a good thing, right? But I'll show you what I have purchased. So I had mentioned Rosie in the Rockies. She messaged and asked about stitching Martha Walmsley a few days together. She has made a lot of progress. If you go follow her on Instagram, and I just found out yesterday she has a YouTube channel, Rosie in the Rockies. But she has the entire border finished on Martha Walmsley, which is very impressive. But I also just learned yesterday she has released a chart, a sampler reproduction of Elizabeth Metcalf, 1860, and there's a stitch along going on. If you go to Rosie in the Rockies on Instagram, or Contented Needleworker Kim, you can get more information. But look at her beautiful chart she's released. It's on sale through the end of September. I think that's correct. But here's what it looks like. I'm gonna show it real close again. I think it's really beautiful. She has done some research, and so she has a page on that, and then a really nice chart. So I've purchased that. If that interests you, go find out more. I'll try to put information below on that as well. I bought a new sweater pattern because I would really like to make a short sleeve sweater. Now I bought this in two different versions. I bought it in the fingering weight and the DK weight. DK weight would be faster, but I think I would like the weight of the fingering. So I have not bought some yarn. I ordered some yarn from So Happy Jane. I can't really see it in this bag. It's kind of a deep blue teal. See that? And fingering. So I think that would be really pretty. I just have to see. I ordered all she had because this was a sale one, and so I need to see if I bought enough. I think I did. Maybe I could cast that on next. So that was a purchase. I signed up for a class at my local yarn shop for color work because I see people doing color work and I think that hurts my brain to figure it out on my own. So I went this past Wednesday and I did it. This was the book they were recommending, Do to Work. And there are tons of 200 mix and match motifs. And it was very easy, and but in Holly-like fashion, we were just making a headband. And so I had talked to the teacher of the class when I was buying my yarn in their store, and she just casually, she was in a hurry because she was running late, but because she had just stopped in there. And there's a couple different cast on amounts, and she said, "Oh, just cast this on." So I did. I think I'm probably a tight knitter, but I should have done the larger size. So it ended up, I thought, okay, Ruby can wear this. So I took it over and it was even tight on Ruby's head. So that's okay. It was just a learning experience, but I really enjoyed it. And so I've joined Summer Lee's Cuff Club because Tyra Lily Carey told me I should, and I do what she says. And so I think that's going to be my next color work try. Do you do color work? Any tips? So I liked that. Purchase that. Let's see what else is in my magical basket of purchases. Oh, I ordered, sorry for crinkles. Okay, maybe I cannot show you. Mama Jess, I really like her yarn too. And so she showed this sock yarn on Instagram, and I thought, oh, that's pretty. So got one of those. And traditional stitches, I've told you before that you can get Lakeside linens. When they get, you can place your order, and then eventually when it comes in, it could take a year, they'll ship it to you. Now, I ordered 52.60, and now I think, oh, can I do it? I don't know. But this is sesame seed base. It's really pretty. But they were having a sale, and so I was really trying to support Canadian businesses, etc., UK, Australian businesses before the tariff went into effect. And so I clicked Traditional Stitches sale section, and I found some fun things. They had some Miss Crescent fabrics on sale, so I got these two, which I think she's not dyeing anymore. Is that correct? And this was on sale. I think these were half price. I really like Lori from La Di Da, but this says Be Kinder Than Necessary and Love Beyond Measure. This would be a good start right now, wouldn't it? So I love that. And then I didn't have this Anna Tench from Hands Across the Sea, which was also on sale. So those were all my purchases, which I don't feel like was that many, do you? Okay, shall we talk about giveaways from last time and the time before? Sorry, I'm reaching for them. I realized after I filmed last time, you know how I have one more things sometimes? Well, I should have one more thing, but I didn't think of it till well after. In episode 25, the keyword was summer, and I had said I was going to put together a little project bag with some patterns in it. And so this is going to be your project bag, and there's some patterns in here. And the winner, there were 88 unique comments. Susan Dupree, 5431. You are the winner of this. So if you will email me at hobbiesofholly@aol.com, I'll get this out to you. And then the last episode, which was 26, I had 4 charts I was giving away. You know what? I think I forgot to draw. We'll have to one more thing this one. I think I forgot to draw a winner for that. Okay, the word kindness, there were 26 comments. Christy Flanagan, hey, that used to be my last name. Christy Flanagan, you are the winner of Shelley's beautiful chart, The Law of Kindness. Please email me. Everyone be over 18 so that I can ask for your address, etc. Christmas was the next word to win this beautiful chart, Emmanuel by Shelley, Antique Needleworkers. And 30 comments, Liz Florum 6021. You won this, so please email me. And then the word grateful, there were 47 comments. Sharon Robinson, you won this. Grateful, Thankful, Blessed, which is one of Shelley's newer ones. I would say newest, but it's not. She just announced a few more new ones. So if you will email me, you are that winner. Okay, where are my notes? What else do I want to tell you? Let's work on, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I would like to talk to you for just a minute about September. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And that is a awareness month that is near and dear to my heart because I am mother to a childhood cancer survivor. My daughter Julia was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, which is ALL abbreviated. I believe it's probably the most common childhood cancer. We had never heard of it before she was diagnosed. She was 21, and it's been 10 years this past August since her diagnosis. They'd been married 6 weeks when she was diagnosed. We are so thankful that Cincinnati Children's is so close to us, and that is where she had her treatment. Side note, she is now a pediatric oncology pharmacist there since finishing treatment. ALL has a very long treatment. It's 2.5 years, and it's a hard treatment. But we are so thankful that that she finished treatment. Chemo kills the cancer often, hopefully most of the time, but it does leave behind its scars. And so for my daughter, when I talk about her having to have joint replacements, it's because of her cancer treatment that has caused her joints to disintegrate. So all that to say, September being Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, you just think it's one of those things that isn't going to happen to you, and it can and it does. Only 4% of the federal budget of cancer research is allotted for childhood cancer. So more needs to be done. Thankfully, I read a statistic once, and I'm gonna be totally wrong, but let's just say approximately. The year I was born, which is in the 1960s, you had like a 5% chance of surviving the type of leukemia that she had. And then by 1990, it's like an 80% chance. So that's how far research has come in saving kids' lives. So yellow is go gold for the month of September if you see social media posts about it, etc. But I wanted to talk to you about ways that you can help. Not just people who have a child with cancer, but really a child with chronic illness, that, like for us with Graham, these are things that are so helpful when people do, or even an adult with cancer or chronic illness. There are so many ways you can help. So many times we feel like, I don't know what to do. But do you know, it's very isolating. And so just a text to that mom or that cancer patient or that chronically ill person to know that you aren't forgotten goes so far. It was so nice to have people just check on me, check on her, still with Graham, to just check on us. It is so nice. Send a gift card. Send a gift card for coffee or for a meal, etc. Just randomly drop off. Say, I'm coming over and I'm dropping off a meal today. You can put it in the freezer. You can eat it now. That is a huge relief. There are so many appointments and clinic visits and outpatient procedures and hospitalizations that go along with these things. So drop off a meal. If it's summer, offer to mow their yard. If it's winter, offer to shovel their snow. Offer to take the siblings to practice or on an adventure. The siblings of childhood cancer patients also suffer. In fact, my adult daughter, in particular, one of them really still has PTSD from her sister's cancer journey, and it's hard on everybody. But offering to help support the siblings is really important too. If they have a pet, offer to take care of their pet while they're inpatient, or just a long day of clinic visits. Sometimes we would go, if Julia needed a blood transfusion, which she needed often, that can be an all-day event, and just somebody to let our dog out was such a huge help. So those are things that you can do. And like I said, it applies. I have a friend whose grandbaby's in the NICU right now, and so just people are hurting, and anything we can do to help is a big blessing. So I encourage you to see what you can do to help people. Last time I read from my new favorite book, The Little Things in Life, Simple Reflections from the 100-Acre Wood, because I told you I love poo. Don't worry, Christopher Robin, we'll find it. And here's the lesson. It's best not to wait to be asked for help. Offer it freely and from the heart. And I thought how appropriate that was for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Just ask. Don't say, what can I do for you? Think of something you can do for someone and say, hey, I'm coming over to do this, or would it be helpful if I did this? It's very hard for those going through it if somebody says, what can I do to help? You're like, I don't know. Or you hate to say, hey, would you help me do laundry today? But if you just think of something that your talent allows you to do or your time allows you to do, this is great wisdom from Pooh. It's best not to wait to be asked for help. Offer it freely and from the heart. Okay, I have 2 giveaways that I found in my basket that Sweet Annie, the proper stitcher, sent last year for me to use to either stitch or give away. Can you see this hair flopping? Is it bothering you like it's bothering me? I see it in the corner of my eye. So I have 2 fall tarts because spooky season is coming. And that reminds me of my granddaughter, Penny. She's our most quotable, I feel like. She would say, booky eyes when she was little. This one's my favorite. Okay, we have Hollows, Manor, and Boo Eve. I'm gonna ask you to do something different this time. Let me pause and say, please don't use giveaway, free, win, etc. Please be over 18 so I can ask for your information. But go gold for Childhood Cancer Awareness. If you would like to win Hollows Manor, would you please use a yellow heart emoji in your comment? And that is how I will use random comment picker. Yellow heart emoji for this one. If you struggle with that, if you're typing on your phone, underneath the keyboard, there's a little smiley face. Click on that and you can do a little search for the yellow heart emoji. And then for Boo Eve, isn't she cute? Not Eve, Boo You. Have I been saying Eve? My brain saw a V. You, as in the sheep. That's cute. Even just, that would be cute, wouldn't it? Will you use the yellow ribbon? Did you know that there's an emoji that is like a cancer ribbon, like a disease ribbon that you use in the awareness periods of time? There's a yellow one. So would you use the yellow ribbon if you would like to win Boo You? Thank you, Annie, for these. Annie is the sweetest. Future plans. God willing, I'm going to Dying to Stitch to see Brenda Gervais in October with my best friend Tam. I booked my plane ticket. We have our room. We're ready to go. Are you going to that? I would love to see you. And then next weekend, like I said, Lindy Stitches. Don't remember what it's called. Spooky something? I don't know. I'm terrible. I'll try to remember to put that down below too. That's really all I have planned. I've taken time off of retreats, I feel like this year. I've just been needed at home and I wanted to spend that time visiting grandkids. We got to visit grandkids last weekend. Our son-in-law was installed as pastor at their church in Cleveland, the Cleveland area, and I'm going to visit kids next weekend because our granddaughter Lila is being baptized, and so we're excited to go celebrate that with them. And I'll watch Ellie's volleyball game, I hope. Coming up soon. So that's all I know. You know anything? I would love to hear from you in the comments. What are you stitching? Are you stitching any of these things that I showed that you want to stitch with me? Okay, I'll be back with one more thing and I'll go draw a winner for Vienna Roses too. That's all. We're given today. Use it well. Go love people well. Bye. Okay, Karen Davis Macon, you are the winner of Vienna Roses, and a couple of corrections or details that I couldn't remember. Today is September 15th. It's not February. Secondly, Harvest Moon is the name of next week's retreat with Lindy Stitches. Look it up. Join me. And lastly, that self-striping yarn was from Forbidden Fiber Co. And I don't think it's available right now, but I think they'll have it again closer to the holidays. Okay, bye.